and may now speak to any other organizers or panelists on the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast.
Hello. Good evening tonight. How are you? This is a true story. I was at the bar.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
True story. I was at the bar tonight. I'm sitting there, I'm drinking margaritas. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, nothing reminded me of this. I said, when's the next webinar? And I looked at the clock and it said 8:56. I said, holy crap, and it's Thursday? I got in the car and I raced home, and here I am. That was a true story. See, once you do 2 webinars a week for like 3 years, it starts to get internalized like an internal clock. So here I am, drunk as hell, but basically ready to do a webinar. You know what I'm saying? True story. But this webinar is going to be very epic, and I'm recording it, and I plan on posting it to YouTube. It's going to be so epic. All right. So basically, what I'd like to do first is open up my text edit, and so we can get down with some notes, and we can talk about what's going on. Okay. I have, in the meantime, even though I have no time to get back to anyone, which you all know, when you email me and try to communicate with me, I'm always so terrible at getting back to everyone, and that's because there's just so many people trying to do that at the same time. I cancel out. But what you all have to understand is that I internalize everything that I read that you're emailing me, and I see the problems, I see the challenges, and I have come up with a solution for everyone. The theme for tonight will be to make your core healthy, to make your core strong. What I mean by that is, like, if you ever heard of the expression rotten to the core, well, that's an entrepreneur who becomes obsolete because he has no core. Okay? That's someone like the guy I talk about in my documentary. He had no core at all. He's the type who wants to latch onto a creative person and kind of like a vampire, like suck the creativity out and use it for his own gain, that type of thing. And so the reason I guess I'm still on top of the game after all these years is because I have a strong core. If it wasn't for the strong core, I would have ended up washed out. Like in 2010, a lot of the IM guru guys had to crawl in a hole because they had no core. And so what they do is they crawl in a hole and they disappear. Meanwhile, I'm teaching. This is what I do. If anyone asks me what I do, I'd say I do internet businesses. I build websites. I do .coms. I'm an entrepreneur. But I'd say, lately I've done teaching. I do a lot of teaching on how to do businesses. And so that's a little bit of who I am. How you doing? In case you're new here, now you know who I am. But that's the key for tonight, is to optimize the core of who you are. All right, that's the key. All right. Okay, for the newbies, what that means is your core is like what you do for a living already, or what you specialize in, or what you're very interested in, or what you know a lot about, or what you'd like to see yourself doing for the next 20 years or so. If you think about, what would I like to do for the next 20 years? And, hopefully after that 20 years of working, I'm going to have a few $1,000,000 of retirement money. And that whole time I was my own boss. That whole time I worked on the internet. That whole time I worked from my living room while I was watching every single freaking favorite movie of mine. Me and my wife would watch it while I'm doing my work on the internet. And then you get retirement money from that, from whatever you love doing or whatever you love writing about. And so that's what this class is about. It's about building a business that evolves around what you already love to do. So once you find out what you love to do, let's not, beat around the bush. Let's perhaps study and investigate the other websites that make tons and tons of money, and you do it better than they do. Okay, and if you're lacking in an area or you need help building a website, building a sales funnel or a business model, you look and investigate yourself, and you stand alone, you stand as an individual, and you assess the situation and you figure out what it is you have to do. Now, that's the process that I did without any help in the beginning. And I looked at my competition. I said, you know what? All these guys, I wouldn't buy that. Am I giving them my money? No. I'll create a website that everyone will want to pay for the services. And I did a little bit of algebra, and I figured, well, I want this result, and what it's going to take for that result is to build a website like this. And I built this website. All right, I'll show you. That's the website. I've got a email from the top guy at ClickBank, where I'd emailed him and I asked him, I said, hey man, how much money have I done with this Beats 365? I need the numbers, man. I need the exact numbers. I'm talking about the amount of money that this freaking website generated, because I was very generous. Gave away a lot of the money to affiliates, that 70%. Obviously, a lot of the money that came through, it was, fortunately, a lot of it is from my own efforts. Obviously, I built the website, I recruited affiliates, they promoted it, and then inevitably on the search engines, people find the site and they pay the whole money, $30, and I get all of it for a few of those sales. And then for a few of the sales, it's of course going to be $9 because 70% went to the affiliate. But basically what I wanted to show you was, if I could type this in, and I used this on, look, check it out. I used this on my new Beats website that I did, and it's quite impressive for this one account, because I had 3 accounts for this site. I had different accounts for different areas of the site, the members area, whatnot. And now we've just opened up this one. And here's the deal. Check it out. This right here is some boss shit. Let me see if I can zoom in. No, I can't. Won't let me zoom in. I wanted to show you this though. Look, check this out. This is a little what do you call it? Like I don't know if you could see that, but it says $541,000 from vendor account Nebula 3. If I were to type in Nebula 3, and I got that from Alex, my man at ClickBank. But see, if I typed in the vendor account, if I did a hop link that was set up to go to Nebula 3 and it looked like this, I'll show you before I go. Okay, looks like this. Just like a www. Hyperlink there, right? That's the link, And if this is basically how it works in a nutshell, listen to this once. I won't explain it anymore. This, I'll probably explain it a few more times. But here, this you'd replace with your ClickBank ID, and this is the ID of the site. So if I turn this to this, it would go to Beatsaria. If I did this, it would go to Beats 365. If I did this, it would go to my other site that I built, Sonic Producer, which you've probably heard about. It's one of the top beat making programs. If I did that would go to Mega Music Maker. If I typed in that would go to Copy and Profit, because those are the IDs that the vendor chose when he created the product on ClickBank. Now, if I If I did that, now it's going to go to Beats 365, right? Because that's the Beats 365 ID. Well, I changed this. Now it's going to go to it's going to sell Beats 365, and it's going to dump the money into my affiliate account, Jamie Lewis. If I went like this, then it would give an affiliate commission for Beats 365, but into my Mega Music Maker account at ClickBank. See what I'm saying? I don't know what's your guys' ClickBank IDs. Tell me in the questions box. All right, Misty says Misty Dawn. So if I was to put Misty Dawn like that, and I posted this all over the music section at Craigslist, or I got a banner on rapmusic.com, and so they were like, well, what's the URL you want the banner to go to? I was like, oh, make it go to mistydawn.nebula3.hop.clickbank.net. If I went to, and then someone clicked on that banner and it went to Beats 365, as you can see, it went right there. And then someone clicked on buy it now and bought the $30 product, it would give a $18 commission into Misty's account because it gives 70%. So you see what I'm saying? So that's the way it works. So in the beginning, of course, I put my website up on ClickBank and I started to get all these affiliate sales. And at first I was pissed because in the vendor account, it'll show $7, $7, $7. I'm like, it's $30. They're taking most of that money. So in the beginning, I was like, F that. I'm going to forget that. And so you log into your ClickBank account, you'd be like, all right, you change the affiliate commission. I changed it from 70% down to 30%. I was like, I'm keeping most of the money. And so then the affiliates, they started to see $8. $8. They were like, what the hell is this? I'm going to promote something else on the ClickBank marketplace that gives me $20 or something a little better than $8. And what happened was then I started to make less. I said, all right, fine, I'll put it back to 70%. And then what happens is like 2 months later, you're doing $400 a day. 4 months later, you're doing 8 months a day, and you're on the golf course or getting a massage. Those two, or going clothes shopping. Those are that's what my days were like. Of course, while I was clothes shopping, I'd be on my phone texting ClickBank. ClickBank would be saying, hey, your thing, you need to change this on your site before we approve your product. And of course I was doing business while I was partying or whatever, but the fact is that I could do whatever I wanted while I was making changes or doing business. And the thing is it's hard work. You're going to be working all the time, but it's work like that, like you're going to be freaking in the nightclub while you're working, so don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused, because people do get it confused. They're like, oh, there's tons. It's really hard to, you got to tell the truth. It's not easy at all. It's really hard work or whatever. And the people who say all that shit, like the IMers who say that, they're fake as hell. They make their money from doing consultations for people, and they'll have like a Rolodex of like 30 clients they get paid $2,000 a month from or something like that. That's BS. That's just some business to business garbage. I'm talking about a real affiliate marketing, like the beautiful thing, like where you could take your music, or if you play piano, you do piano lessons product, and you make Autopilot money from that. I have most respect from the creative types that really build a really cool .com and make Autopilot money from it. Because the great thing is that you can sell that down the road. You can't sell a consultation service. You can't do the, I'm going to take my practice and I'm going to sell it, because of course that's not Autopilot. And the person who's fulfilling the orders and is responsible for the sales is going to have to go along with that sale. Like if you were going to sell the business down the road for $200,000, it won't sell. But if you have an Autopilot website that makes $20,000 a month, you can sell that for almost $170,000 in like 2 seconds on Flippa, like for a site that's only 7 months old. It's prospective money, so think about that. All right, so the way to achieve that is, first of all, figure out what you do. My core was music, so of course my success has revolved all around music. Anytime I'd get into something that wasn't really, who I was, or wasn't true to the core, it would fail, because it was like, oh, who are you trying to fool? But when it came to success, it was always something like, because I own that niche. That's, no one can mess with me. I'm the real deal. I went to school for this and I'm good at it. So of course they're going to succeed over all of the fakers. And there's plenty of rotten to the core types who graduated a very, prestigious school, and they're really good at business or whatnot, and they had, silver spoon upbringing or whatnot, and they're getting ahead doing some fake stuff, but you're going to be able to trump them with the real stuff. It's like how in Karate Kid, Cobra Kai doesn't win. The winner is the one who's true to the, real martial art. All right, so that's how it is. Okay, so everyone get to it and make me proud. I'm gonna kick some ass, make it happen. All right, so what's up? What's the deal? What's up, Jay Creddy? How you feeling? You want to go toe to toe? You want to do a debate? Let's do a debate. What do you think? Jay Creddy is one of my Jay Rich and Jay Creddy are my kick-ass students who've been with me a long time. I've only known Misty McDonald for 2 days, but Misty, I'll tell you one thing, like, you outshine. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, there's some students who start, first day they're kicking ass, and then there's some students who give me a hard time for 8 months, and I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not. I love the cats who've been with me 8 months, haven't made a dime. They're very supportive of me. They like the class, but I'll be honest with you, it's like I'm not responsible for the lack of monies. It really is the type of thing where I've had some students. I mean, let's be honest, some students come in here already successful. Then there's those types of students who start the class and they're successful after the first day. And then there's those types of students who are successful after 2 months of work. And then there's those types of students who are never successful. So it's a very wide range, very wide perspective of accomplishment in this class. And I mean, so I'll take part of the blame. Sometimes the class, it might not be the best class. Some other classes are better than others. I think so far this is the type of class that I could seriously broadcast all over the place. And I think everyone would get a lot of value out of it. Thank you very much, son. My son just brought me a plate of Mexican food. Thank you very much, bud. Appreciate that. Thank you. It's very nice. Because I brought home I had ordered and jumped in, and jumped in the house. I said, son, make me a plate. Got to go on the webinar. So he made me a plate. So big ups to the little Xavier. All right. So what's the deal? What are we doing tonight? What's the deal? What do you guys want to do? Why don't you guys, since this is a more drunken webinar, why don't you guys tell me what you'd like help with? You control the class. You direct. We'll do a FAQ, and then I'll try to fill in the blanks, show you around, give you a tour of the internets and all that. What do you think? David Lush says, how about setting up a business account? Keisha says, step by step. Misty says, just soaking it in, trying to learn and apply. Joshua Ballard says, I'd love knowing how to get the most out of driving traffic. Jay Rich says, let's do a campaign. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Jay Rich is more advanced. Imro says, did you got it, James? Misty says, the Craigslist blocks. That's they don't allow HTML anymore. All right, Misty, did I ever tell you about the step 1, step 2, step 3 thing? Like first of all, look, right? I have this little stupid thing I do trying to explain this. I used to always do 5, okay? Which is the most hardcore, right? 5 was like post an ad, be aggressive, the best deal ever, and click here, okay? That's the most aggressive thing. This one was like post an ad, something like this. I might change this. Let me see. I don't know. I can't really think right now, but that's the basic thing. Look, back in the day when I made the $400 a day with Craigslist, it was posting the car auction databases and the real estate databases in the real estate section. And I would say click here. Okay. Now, here's the differences is click here to a website. Okay. It was still the same thing. It was just as aggressive, but this back in the day, we were direct linking. And then sometimes I would do the website. Well, what you can do is you can start to do post an ad and email me with an auto response. And then you got post an ad, just email me. And there's no auto response, it's real. Okay? And then the most benevolent thing you could do, that's really, I guess, I might have this a little mixed up, but that's like the I mean, if you're at services and stuff, that's what people, I mean, Craigslist wants you to do these. They're cool with you doing those. Once you do that, then you're risking getting flagged if you're too aggressive with the auto response. Here, you're really risking getting flagged, and this is definite. They're probably just, nowadays, Craigslist won't even let you do that. A lot of people try to do this all the time. That's why they fail. There's no problem doing this. Okay, you could still be an affiliate marketer. You don't need to do services, but you do need to sell. So you'd write back and you would explain to the prospect, this is what I got. And you show them, give them plenty of value, explain the differences between all of them, be their friend, get to know someone. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's the way to do affiliate marketing without being an asshole. Okay, on Craigslist. No one tells you about that. But and then you can do this if you want to be a little bit more of a, autopilot type person, but you do run getting, the risk of getting flagged that way. So that's the inside scoop on that. I've got a lot of experience with that, man. Craigslist was like back in the day when I was getting up with my Beats site and was only doing $70 a day. Well, that was cool though, right? It was with my own music, but I couldn't live on $70 a day. And it was $70 a day from Beats 365. I started doing the Craigslist thing. It was like $200 a day. So then when it started doing the Craigslist thing, that affiliate marketing experience really showed me that affiliate marketing works, like selling someone else's product. And so that's what was, I mean, you could imagine it was amazing. So, yeah, that's the Craigslist thing. But yeah, I mean, don't ever do these. I mean, if you're this depends on if you have a really awesome website. Obviously, if you have an awesome website, you can get away with it. So why don't you try to, I'll be straight up with you. If you want to make a lot of money with Craigslist, why don't you shoot for this one? But you better make your website freaking awesome. You better make it so that no one flags you. So do the algebra, do the math. What will it take? You can imagine people are assholes out there. They flag you like crazy. So imagine what it would take for people to be like, oh, this guy's selling something. Oh, I'm gonna click on his website before I flag him though to see what it is. And they click on it and they're just like, holy crap, this guy's awesome. So what would it take? Maybe put your personal picture on the website. Explain how awesome you are. Show jalopies. I'm thinking the seized cars. Show cars that, real proof. Show real proof first that it's possible. So this again goes back to optimize the core, make sure you're real. So obviously if you're doing the seized car thing and you don't know shit about cars, you don't know shit about seized auctions for seized cars, then you might run a real risk of getting flagged. If you know a lot about it, you might end up being the only guy left on there, the last man standing. you know? And there's also the real estate section too. There's a bunch of other sections too. Of course, there's the dating section, which is huge, which is very annoying. If you've ever been a single person and tried to go on Craigslist, you probably know how annoying it is, especially for a man, because all you'll get is, "Hey, cutie, hey, I'm really interested in you, but before I talk to you, will you click on here and identify yourself at this site?" And then you have to sign up for a site and you find out you were scammed by some affiliate marketer. So as you know, the dating website is awesome. Well, I had this awesome strategy for people who are in the pickup arts, and Jay Credible will tell you about this. I had this idea for him. I don't know if he tried it or not, but this is definitely a freaking awesome hook, because I know from experience when I was single, you go on Craigslist, you'll, "Hey, I'm looking for fun, this and that for a girl," and you get tons of replies back from affiliate marketers who are like, "Yeah, I love you, here's my picture." They send you a fake picture and they're like, "Click on this link and just make sure that you verify who you are, because there's a lot of crazies on Craigslist." And then you're like an idiot, you fill out the thing, they get a $5 CPA commission, and you're like, duh, you're just a sucker. And so I had this idea for Jay Credible, because he was in Pickup Artists, where I was saying, you should come up with a how to get girls on Craigslist and get around all those stupid bots and affiliate marketers who try to rip you off. That was a really good hook for a, how to get girls ebook, because that's really where it's at. Everyone, let's not kid around. People don't go to the freaking bar and like think they're going to perform over the loud music. If people want to meet girls, realistically, they go on Craigslist, or they go to the Backpage, or on one of the many dating sites, Ashley Madison or whatever, and they post their picture and they're like, "Oh, I'm this person," and they do online dating. But what happens with all that is they get their time wasted by the bots and the affiliates. So the one thing that people in the pickup artist industry are looking for is to get around all of the scammers. Let's be real, in real life, no matter what you're doing, scammers mess it up for everyone. If you go onto a clothing website and try to buy clothes and you want to spend a lot of money, you're going to be put through hoops, because you're spending too much money and they want to make sure that they're shipping it out to a person who actually used their credit card. That is how much confidence has been lost in our society. And it's a diseased, sick society. So you have to offer solutions to the problems in our society if you want to make money online. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. And I mean, even if you're doing physical products, even if you're trying to sell musical instruments, you're still going to want to bring up the deep, dark facts of how messed up our society is. For instance, you don't want to have to pay tax, do you? You don't want to have to end up with a broken piece of software and then not get a return. You're going to want to tell them what they're getting out of working with you. They're working with a broker, so you don't need to deal with long lines and all the negative stuff. And then for all the vendors out there, I feel your pain too. We've been talking a lot about affiliate marketing, but if you are a vendor, I feel your pain, and I understand what it's like to have all of your hard work leaked by unruly, illegal downloaders. I know what it's like to run a shop and be victim, lose $4,000 in one day to shoplifters. So, the customer is not always right as well. And that's what you're going to learn. And this, the hard truth that you're going to learn in this business class, is that the most ethical and hardworking person is always the boss. And if you are a boss, you have friends in this class. The boss is someone who ends up getting, hypertension and dies of a heart attack at 45 years old. He might, you all might have a great time. Every weekend you're at the strip club, you make millions and millions of dollars, but you do have a lot of responsibilities. And you will have a friend in this class if you are one of the many great bosses of the United States of America. All right, so anyway, I have to go to the bathroom, but I'll be right back, and we're going to kick some ass. All right, you guys excited? Why don't you hit me up with questions, and then we'll take some calls. We'll kick some ass because Hey, did everyone see Matt's post on Facebook? Man, he's looking dapper. Check it out. We'll check him out. You guys all see that or what? Hit me up in the questions box. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me see if I can find it. He's looking good. He's on a yacht, like in in Florida, I guess. Let me find him. Let's see. Matthew Neer. Oh, snap. Yeah, check it out. So he's got a penthouse. Nice. Cool beans, Matthew. Yeah, so there he is, man. Matthew Neer. You know, I met Matthew Neer, man. He was a customer in this class. You know, like in the questions box, and it was always like all right, Matthew Neer is asking, it's like that, just like you guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it feels pretty good. He's a good dude too, man. He got the message, definitely make me proud. So anyway, there he is, man. There's the man right there. Look, he's looking pretty good. He's got his fancy fitted. He wears those shirts pretty good. And this guy Zane, I know that cat from from everything that we've been doing online too. I guess Zane was one of Matt's students too. Oh, there's Misty. All right, so anyway, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to run to the restroom. I got to pee, and I'll be right back. And we're going to kick some ass, take some calls, make it happen. Getting excited. Awesome attendance ratio tonight, guys. You guys are the bomb. Thank you for staying. There's only one person who left, so I've got a really good. That makes me feel good. Thank you very much. All right. So anyway, if anything else I could show you guys were asking about some Facebook stuff. I'm not the best with Facebook stuff. Whoever asked that? That's like Matt's thing. All I can tell you is though, I mean, I don't know. You guys know Mac Millions? You know Mac Millions on Facebook? He's someone I give you good example of. I mean, he's a little different than me, and I mean, I'm not like the best advocate of like MLM and stuff, but I'll tell you one thing, man. He's no wrong guy. He's a poser. Look, check it out. What's his? Oh, Mac Mills. Yeah. All right. So anyway, this cat is a good example of like Facebook madness. Like he makes a lot of money with Facebook, I guess. Um, I mean I don't know a lot about it, but man, he's the man. This guy is just. I know a lot of marketers, and they're not as exciting as this guy, and he's just straight up sells all the time. So I mean, I'm not saying buy any of his stuff. I'm not an affiliate, but it is an example of like how much money you can make with Facebook. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. Like this guy is someone who makes a lot of money on Facebook. Another example is like many of our fan pages that we've done, like Prepare for Invasion or whatnot, which could have made a lot of money, but I kind of bailed out before it really could do anything. And of course, you've seen all Matt's stuff. But dude, I can't fake this. It's like I don't make a lot of my money from Facebook. I really don't make any me myself. That's like Matt's category. Matt makes money from Facebook. I really don't at all. You know, like I mean, it's good for like recruiting affiliates maybe. And not to say that I don't, you know, have stuff going on Facebook. I mean, I got things going on. I got a pretty cool Facebook page, you know. But you know, for Jamie Lewis Money, if you guys want to add me or whatnot. But other than that, I mean, you guys know where I make my money. I make my money from creating offers, put them on ClickBank, and then with a list, making crazy affiliate sales, coming top 5 on a leaderboard every week. You know, no matter what niche I get into. I got this, you know, talk about Prepare for Invasion. There's this girl from this one of the top websites that has banners on InfoWars, and she's contacting me every day. Will you promote me? Will you promote me? Will you promote me? And I'm like, I don't have time. You know, it's like that. So, God, man, you guys don't know how freaking lucky you are to have the time to do affiliate marketing. I'm stuck with some bullshit every day. Like I gotta fax papers and it's all from like stuff that you guys really don't need to worry about. You gotta trust me. Like you don't like my whole thing is totally different than what you guys do. Like I've been doing this for 10 years. I got so many, you know, loose ends and strings attached and deals and non-competes and all sorts of crazy contracts and different stuff I've gotten into. Makes it a lot more complicated. And it takes 10 freaking years to do that. I'm not complaining, man. I'm kicking some ass. And 2014 is going to be sick. I'm really excited. I got like making money. I'm very excited. But all I'm saying is it can be really stressful at times, and I've never really experienced that type of stress until the last couple of years. Not the first couple of years where you're doing $400 a day. You know, please, you know, you have no expenses. I have expenses, and I have contracts, so it makes it a lot different. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I guess for anyone in this class, it's very important for you guys to watch every sales video I've done, like every, you know, product that I've done, and just learn everything that I did to do this money. You know, like the prepare this website, Prepare for Invasion. It's not too hard to make a video like that, and the video is freaking funny. It's amazing. You know, like I could probably go crazy with this, go crazy viral with this video. It's just nuts. Basically, what it is it's like I play a role of myself when I'm 80 years old, creating a video to show people in 2013. That's when I created this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like this old guy, and he's Jamie Lewis, basically. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I live in Connecticut. I lived in Connecticut, and it's all past tense. And he talks about everything from, you know, the perspective of looking back on things. It's a really good video, man. You guys should check it out. Prepare for Invasion. Pretty crazy, man. You know, but it's like a perspective piece, like a parody, almost like a satire. And you know, that's the thing. Just get, you know, I mean, it really didn't take much to do it. Just record the audio and then put some videos over it with YouTube. Fair use. Really, really good stuff. So check that out. And then there's stuff like this. This, of course, is the affiliate page for this sales page. This is the sales page. You see what I'm saying, guys? That's it. Make sure you have the buy it now button. Goes to ClickBank. Sell some intellectual property. Sell some ebooks, man. You know, that's the right way to do it, man. Just go crazy. I mean, it's like if I say to you, why didn't you sell 500 units this last weekend? And you go, well, dude, with what? That's the problem. If you say, with what, man? I don't have a website. You can create a website. If you have a website and you're like, I'm like, hey, how many, sales did you sell? Be like, I didn't sell any. I'd be like, why didn't you sell 400? Like, because I don't have a sales video like you have. Then create a sales video. Look at everything that we do and do exactly what we've done. You know what I'm saying, guys? That's the right way to do it. Let's be real. I mean, it's about, having internet real estate. That's all it has to do with. Are you guys excited? All right, I'm very, very excited. All right, so anyway, who hasn't seen that freaking, wish I had speakers, man. I'd show you it right now. It's hilarious. But they were seen as rogue gangsters by the establishment. It's hilarious. You guys gotta watch this. It's ridiculous. Very good little survival movie. I think at the end it has my bug out bag. Yeah. That's him. Right? They're a nuclear war. And then that's me. I'm like, this bag is your bug out bag. It has one purpose. This is the only thing that you need to remember when you're leaving your home in the apocalypse. It's called a bug out bag. Sign up now, right? It's a pretty powerful website, pretty good stuff, Matt did me and Matt did this, and he did the banner. So anyway, that's a little bit about what we do, man. We create offers, we write books, we buy websites, we sell websites, plug in domain names. It's all .coms, man. Just get into .coms. Someone at the next family dinner is giving you a problem. What are you doing with your life? Well, I'm freaking .com genius, man. And they'll back off a little bit. Oh, really? Yeah, let's see. Oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah. You'll see that, all right. It's that type of thing. Kick some ass. Make me proud. Again, thank you very much, guys, for still being here. Only one person gone. Amazing. Thank you. All right. Jay Rich says, with developers weren't so damn expensive, you could make some SAS applications. Well, you can get a developer for $400, man. 300, $400. .com genius. You're the guy you're the brains behind the operation, and you hire someone for $300 to bring it to life, and you put it on ClickBank and you sell it. Get on it. That's your new project, And I'm sure a lot of you guys are commenting. Jay Creddy, Jay Rich, Misty, Dave, Teeny, all you guys who are always here every day. You guys are definitely going to make things happen. I know it. There's no way a human being could listen to the experience like this and not make the choice to do that for himself instead of what they're probably already doing. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day, doing whatever you're doing. That's just not paying the bills. So you decided to take a business class, Jamie Lewis and Matthew Neer, and you learned about this crazy shit, the $100,000 a month with a website type of shit. So I'm very, very excited for everyone who's in this class, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so I guess we'll cut it early tonight. So you guys tell me, direct the class and let me know in the questions box exactly what you'd like me to help you out with before I take off. Imro says, do you recommend Fiverr? I recommend Fiverr to hire people, not to make money on there. You only make $5. I mean, you could be really awesome at what you do, choose the service in an industry that you're really good at, and you could have 1 million clients on there. But I'd recommend just having the mentality where you're the boss and you're going to be hiring lots of people, and Fiverr is one of the places you hire people at. Okay, for some of the more smaller jobs. Joshua says, please share about driving traffic to website overall. All right, Joshua. Well, the traffic, if not from search engine optimization, is going to come from the top 20 websites. I'll put in top 50 websites, and we get Time Magazine. On this article, it'll tell you. It'll say straight up, this is some bullshit. What is this, really? Oh my god. All right, let's go. Let's see. Let's see what's number one. See if they got it right. What is this propaganda crap? This is sheeple shit, man. This is some herd crap. Look at this crap. These payoffs. Editors getting paid by these companies to sneak these things in an article like this. They should be ashamed of themselves. Jump out the window, assholes. Really. I mean, this is just garbage. I'm trying to teach a class, try to show someone where top webs, where traffic comes from. The number one freaking result on Google goes to some stupid hippie, whatever you call those crappers in New York City who write garbage. You know what I'm saying? Hipsters. That's the people I was trying to find. I hate hipsters. That's what hipsters are. They're a bunch of scammers dressed up fancy. All right. So anyway, top 20 websites. I'll look for it again. Basically, the top. Let's go to Alexa. Something that's a little bit more. Alexa didn't even work. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? And is my website the only website that freaking works? Like really? Anyway. Number one, Google. All right, you want to ask about traffic? This is traffic, man. Number one, Google. Get down with Google, okay? Google AdWords is the pay-per-click service Google offers. Google also owns YouTube. YouTube is also a huge traffic source where you can build your list from. Number two website is Facebook. Number three website is YouTube, which Google owns. Number four is Yahoo, which had a PPC program, but they merged with MSN. Number five is Baidu, which is a search engine for China, I guess. I don't know a lot about it, but I guess since the population in China, that's what makes it the number five site. Number six is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is kind of a hard, that's not going to work for traffic, okay? The other ones will, though. Google and Facebook and Yahoo and YouTube and Yahoo will. Yahoo, I use Yahoo for emails to communicate with clients a lot. LinkedIn, of course, good if you're in, if you do services, if you do marketing services, you could use LinkedIn. Twitter, again, works for me. The only campaign I ever made money with Twitter was with quit smoking, believe it or not, how to quit smoking. Live. And then Blogspot. Look, WordPress. These are Blogspot and WordPress are solutions to build a quick website if you're homeless or don't have access to a real HTML editor, etc. Bing, of course, is where Bing was number 18, I believe. You use Bing to you use their PPC program, which is pretty liberal. They let you use pop-ups and they let you use exits and squeeze pages. They're a little bit more liberal than Google is. And then you got Instagram, number 36, Tumblr, These are all traffic resources, man. So if you want to look for traffic, I'll be honest with you, those are the places to really focus on. And then if you do a really amazing campaign, then you'll notice a lot of blogs that might be, the 10,000 blog, or, the number 200 website. We go back here at page 4 and you start to see, number 80 is GoDaddy. That's where you get your domain names from. The top 100, you probably see 80% of the websites that I go to every day, where I make all the money from. This Amazon AWS, that's where the cloud, that's where we host the videos. Holy crap, man. XNXX is number 105. That is crazy. Holy crap. Yeah, man. So that's where you get traffic from, man. I mean, Fiverr, look, 128. Go through these and learn. That's all you have to do, man. If it's not creating websites like a lot of my websites, like, of course, look at the website I just built, Pizzeria. All this is up here. I had a designer design this. That's it. I had him design this whole thing. I said, hey, man, design me a website. Okay, he designed it, and then in the template, I made this a hyperlink. He explained to them right there what it is. Add to cart, connected to ClickBank. Bam. So if it's not, then, once you do this, like if you were to put up your own website to ClickBank, you'd spend a lot of time recruiting affiliates. You'd go on Google and you'd type in, Rat Beats or something like that. And you'd contact the owners of those sites that you find. $20 beats. This guy's my new best friend. I'm going to send him bottles of Cristal and get him to promote me. It's like that. Go on to the next guy. You go into business. I mean, if you want $800 a day, that's what you do. If you want to make $10,000 a day, you do that, and you create a really badass back funnel, and you do promotions, and you hire people so you can expand, so you can do the jobs of 3 people marketing at the same time. And that's all there is to it. So on Tuesday, I fully expect you guys to come back and have a badass business kicking some ass on ClickBank or whatever you're doing, and just have a unique selling proposition, have a unique website that's different than your competition that just kicks ass. And I'll be straight up with you guys, man. Make sure that you create something that will run on its own, so you won't get caught up with customers all day and have to, you won't have time to do another one, because you want to do the autopilot models. So like 2 months from now, you'll have like 10 websites. And so during now and then, you made tons and tons of sales, but you were still able to build new ones. And those sales weren't making your life a nightmare dealing with, clients. So you don't want to say, sign up and I'll make you a beat. All right. You're going to be busy as hell. That's what Fiverr would do. If you were doing, stuff on Fiverr, you'd be busy all day. So it's like, sign up and download beats. Ooh, your life is easy. You don't need to do crap. If you say, and that's the difference between those two pitches. Sign up now and download beats. You're going to be on a golf course all day. If you say, sign up, I'll make you a beat, your life is over. That's the difference. All right, so downloads, how to, system, program, those are cool. You can do a hybrid, which is like what I do, and I'll be like, hey, come and make money with me one-on-one. And then we do a webinar. And so I can still, do what I have to do all day, goof off, spend time with my kids, do other things, build new sites, stuff like that. But then in the webinars, when that really close knit community occurs, you see what I'm saying? So you can do a hybrid, is what I call it, where it's a really value-based service. You're going to get great reviews, and it's it's what you're promising practically. It's one-on-one everything. That's why I know Jay Credible and Jay Rich and all these guys, is because it's a hybrid, you know? It's not like if I were to be like, hey, I mean, obviously, like I'd be like, hey, let's do I'll give you a consultation. It's $10,000. You know, like some of these other gurus and stuff. What happens with that is that 1 hour will burn you out completely. Like you'll get off of that call and you'll just be dead, you know? And then the customer doesn't even get anything out of it because it's, you know, it's like totally expensive and it was everything that you would have heard. Like this is the same thing as if we were on a phone call. So, and again, if you are in therapy or if you're in any other niches, webinars can work well. We did webinars with football coaching, you know. So feel free to use webinars as a method to, you know, doing services when it comes to intellectual property. But it only works in something that you're not going to enjoy it if you don't specialize in it already. If you're faking it and you're not really experienced in it, you're not going to like doing it. It's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to be like, this is retarded. So I'd recommend only getting into, again, that's the rule, is stay true to the core, get into something that you're a real specialist in, expert in. All right. So that's it. I'll take final questions and then we'll take off. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday and we're going to kick some ass. All right. So anyway, Rick is asking, can I come to LaGrange, Georgia? All right, guys. So here's the deal. We decided that even Mobile might be a little bit out of the way. So it's more like we want to do Baton Rouge and Biloxi, Mississippi. So if anyone lives in that type of area, please let me know. Reply back to the email. And then we'll come down. We're gonna do, you know, we're gonna throw cash all over the room and stuff. It's gonna be ridiculous. So, but that's what we're doing this time. And then over the summer, we're doing Jamie Movie. We're doing Jamie TV. That's what it's called, Jamie TV now. So JamieTV.com. The first episode takes place in New Orleans, and that's, you know, we want to do a little tour, all of our customers down in that area. And then in August, we're doing Jamie Movie. And Jamie Movie will definitely maybe do, you know, I see a lot of you guys are like from Ohio for some reason. So we might do a Midwest type of thing where we do a lot of Ohio. So that's the thing. We'll rotate it around, you know, but if you guys would like to volunteer where we come out, I'll come out with my crew and, you know, come over and we'll help you set up your business. And if you have a domain name, we'll help you advertise that in public and everything. So let me know if you live in any of those areas, and then, you know, it'll be that. But it's like we're gonna fly into New Orleans, and then yeah, Jay Rich, man, come on now. You joking? I thought you were serious. You got me excited because yeah, I'm coming down there. You got me excited, man. What the hell? He said you're from New Jersey. That's funny. Yeah, no, we're going down to New Orleans on the 20th, and then we're doing the water boat to one of our customers, and then we're taking a Lamborghini to Mississippi. So I'm going through the emails again. We had a whole bunch of surveys where people replied back and told us where they were at, and a whole bunch of people were from New Orleans. So it's gonna definitely be a busy trip, I think, man. It's gonna be sick. I want to just, you know, like Robin Hood, you know, what do you call it, Nottingham cat, just straight up, you know, like door to door. Let's get the business going. You know what I'm saying? More small businesses needed. Hardcore. All right, love you guys. So I'm out of here. I'm gonna see you guys on Tuesday. Hope it was good. I'm gonna definitely post this webinar straight to the point. It was quick and it was badass, and gave you guys a bunch of ideas. But please come on freaking Tuesday because Matt will be back and we'll do a 3-hour webinar. We'll answer a lot more questions. But I wanted to come on and just do a recording and just, I mean, it hit me at the bar. I was just like, oh my God, I got a webinar. So I'm just freaking glad I got that internal clock and I do a good webinar. It's not like I freaking flake out on you guys, you know. But hope you enjoyed it, and that's really your homework. Is like, please just come on Tuesday and blow us away with a freaking digital product or an ebook or just something really value packed, and believe in yourself, man. Like, create a brand name, get a domain name, freaking create a product, get a video up, just to have a whole brand, man. Go big. And you look at some of those other examples on ClickBank, guys, don't be intimidated. A lot of those products suck so bad. So if you find something that you're really good at, you're going to be able to really kick their ass, you know? So definitely homework is go on ClickBank, look at a bunch of those other ones. And then the number two, just freaking do a product like those, but better, and blow them away and outdo a product that has more than 10 gravity on ClickBank. That's your homework. If you can pass this test, that's what it would take to pass, is create a product that is better than a product that exists with 10 gravity on ClickBank. All right, so do that, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. All right, later, guys. Thanks so much for coming. Bye.